The main idea we've gone from the text by Noelle spiral of silence is that it has to do with individuals' willingness to express their opinion. So people are said to, are believed to only express their opinion when they perceive their opinion to be in line with the dominant opinion of society at large. So if people believe their opinion to be the same or similar to society at large, they will be willing to express their opinion. And conversely, if they don't believe it to be aligned with the society, they will not. This phenomenon is driven by the very human need for social acceptance and belonging, because people naturally are very afraid of being ignored or ostracized or isolated from society, so they will try to adapt their opinion as much as possible to the wider public. And why is it known as the spiral of silence? Is because it's seen to be like society's main dominant opinion is seen to be at the top, and then as you go down further in the spiral, it means that your opinion differs or diverges from the main opinion, which means that you go down, and further down is silence. So you start at the top, and the more at the top you are, so the more your opinion aligns with society at large, the more you will speak out.
So as we all know, and as Omar just mentioned, public opinion is the dominant opinion. More than that, however, it's also a means of social control. How does it do this? Well, it leads to conformity in people's attitudes, people's behaviors, people's opinions. People fear isolation so much. And when dissent starts to mean the same thing as isolation, people fear both. People are afraid of dissenting or disagreeing or opposing the popular opinion now because they're so afraid of being isolated. People fear it so much that we learned about last week, the bandwagon effect. They always want to be on the winning side, on the popular side, on the side that's the most prominent. You see it in polls and elections. People want to vote for the person that they think is going to win because they want to feel like they're right. People want to support a team that is a sports team that is winning because they want to feel like they are right. Also as a means of social control. Neumann talked about it. She agrees with Thomas Hobbes, who said that silence can be interpreted as agreement. That's why it's so tempting. And so if anybody does disagree with the popular opinion, we obviously learned that they're not going to do it out loud. That would be social suicide. But what they could do is just stay silent. And that's why people like to have that option so much of silence. And that's why that's so prominent.
So to build upon what Omar and Santiago have already spoken about, the most relevant example that I can think of is nowadays this idea of cancel culture and the fear of being different or having a different opinion to the masses and the fear of being cancelled socially or politically. So, for example, on social media these days, among my circle of friends back in Sydney, Australia, most people are left-leaning. And for this reason, they're quite happy to post about issues of climate change, pro-abortion, pro-Palestine sentiments, pro-Kamala Harris sentiments, as opposed to supporting Trump or anti-climate change. It's not to say that people don't have those opinions, but it's the fear of speaking out and being different from the masses that stops people from voicing that opinion.
So building off of what my group members have said, a current example that this theory applies to would be cultural issues, more specifically race and identity discussions. In discussions about race, individuals from minority backgrounds may feel discouraged from voicing their opinions if they perceive that the dominant narrative does not align with their experiences. For example, in predominantly white spaces, people of color might choose to remain silent about their experiences with racism for fear of being dismissed or criticized. And another example that this applies to is gender identity conversations. In workplaces or social groups where traditional gender norms are present or prevalent, individuals who identify as LGBTQ+ may hesitate to express their identity or advocate for LGBTQ rights. This silence can perpetuate a culture where only heteronormative views are expressed openly, leading to a lack of representation and understanding. This is Group D, and thank you guys for watching.